Hi everybody, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This is your pick a card reading. This is a timeless pick a card reading. I'm recording this and posting this on the 30th of November 2018. But whenever you come across this, whenever you're inspired to click on this video, this is when the messages should resonate with you. Okay. This is the question that we're going to be looking at today. What can I expect? I'm going to if you want to skip this part, just go below and you can click on the timestamps to the numbered sections that you have, or the card or draw that you have selected. Okay, for those people that aren't really interested in looking at love, check out the other videos on my channel. I've just posted out some bi-weekly general readings that look at the energies coming up for each individual star signs. Okay, so I'm going to start shuffling, and as I said, if you want to skip this part, just click on the timestamp below. Okay, can expect a clear reading. Okay, so they're the focuses of each of the draws. Okay. Ooh. Okay, my darling. So let me just put these. Let's draw number one. Let's draw number two. Is that the right way around? Is that how you do a three? Okay. So, my lovelies. Welcome, welcome. If you've just clicked on your timestamp and you've not seen the shuffling process, okay? I've just completed the shuffling and the dealing. And this, my darlings, are these are your options, okay? So the question that you're having in your mind is, what can I expect in love? That's what's coming towards you, what's going to happen in your relationships, what might energetically you be experiencing. I'm going to be quiet for about 10 seconds. You can make your selection, and then we'll get started with number 1. Okay, so number 2 and number 3, you can click on your timestamps below if you like, and I'll get started with number 1s. Okay, welcome number 1s. We are here with your reading, answering this question, what can I expect in love? Now, the first, there's actually 2 cards here, not 1. This was the first card that came out. This was the second card that came out when I was dealing. Now, these are the focuses. Now, this, I'm feeling this energetically. This might be 2 people, actually. This could be you, this could be them. We'll have a look at these cards and we'll see what they are, okay? So we have got the 6 of Wands, fabulous. This is a card of victory. And we've also got the Hermit energy. Okay, so we'll get more information as we go, but ultimately these are the key energies. So if you're asking what can I expect, your ultimate answer seems to be success. Okay, the 6 of Wands is related to wand energy, fire, the fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, Sag. I often forget. Aries, Leo, Sag are your fire signs, okay? Number 6 on the Tree of Life is beauty. And beauty is about harmony. And harmony is about acceptance of self, acceptance of others, acceptance of experiences, recognition that of the value of something. And when we can recognize the value of things, of our experiences, of our love experiences, that is something that we can be victorious about. Now, the 6 is also related to the Lover's card. Ultimately, this card is about success. It's about moving in a direction towards success, or being successful in the area of love that you are looking at, okay, that you're specifically looking at. We also have the Hermit energy as well. Now, this is, as I said, this could be 2 of you, this could be 2 people. We'll have a look in a second. But it could be, the journey that you must go on in order to find success. So some of you may have been single for some time. You may have been single for some time. You may have been in separation with your partner, or someone that you love, or someone that you're interested in, or they may have been separate from you. Now, this card indicates a need to go within, a need to understand, a need for this individual to really try to work out and find out what they want, who they are. And it can leave us isolated with the Hermit energy, okay? But this seems to be something that is a successful time. So if you have been in separation from a partner, from a loved one, if you've been single for some time, for example, just on your own, it seems to be a time of success. It seems to be something that was necessary and needed for you to experience, okay? So let's now have a look at the accompanying, what is that word? You know what I'm saying? The energies that accompany. There we go. Okay, so we have got the 5 of... What is that? The 5 of Cups, the King of Wands, the Magician, and the 6 of Cups. I'm ultimately instantly drawn to this card here, the 6 of Cups. We've got movement with the 5, from the 5 to the 6 of Cups, and it seems that some of you have been, or the people drawn to this deck have been single, have been waiting. Potentially there is a fire sign that you're interested in, or you're a fire sign, and this relates directly to them, to an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, and there seems to be success with that person. If you are this person, then there seems to be success coming through for love for you. Now, it seems to be that this is a situation you're coming to ask about, or you're curious about, because it's something that is that goes back. Okay, so the 6, we've got another 6 here. We've got the 6 of Cups, so again linked to the Lovers card. Cups energy is linked to our emotions, our internal processes, our intuition. We link this card to, we say, talk about past lives or really instant connections with people, feeling like you've known someone for a long time. And it may have been that you know, you came in contact with the person that you, this fire sign or whoever, you came in, it might be a Virgo, you came in contact with this person and you fell in love, you felt an instant connection with this person, but for some reason there was separation. And this is the reason why there's been this separation between the two of you. This is the reason why things have been difficult. This is the energy of the 5 of Cups. Now the 5 of Cups is an energy of emotional baggage. It's really it's number 5, so 5s are about change, things that we need to change. And Cups energy, as I've said, about love, about emotions, our feelings, our intuitions, etc. The things that we, what we feel, what we experience emotionally. And this card indicates that there's something that needs to change with your emotional feelings and situations. So if we look at the imagery on this card, there are 3 cups that are down. These are the spilled milk, the traumas, the heartaches, the heartbreaks that have happened when it comes to you and love. And there's 2 cups behind it still standing strong. And even though there's this love connection, this love, these feelings of love, somebody, you or both of you, have been focusing too heavily on the things that have happened in the past that hurt you. This is an indication that this relationship is actually there is potentially a soulmate connection or a past life connection, however you feel it. There is potentially that feeling there, because this type of situation with the 5 of Cups, it's situations arising that help you to recognize that actually there is something that I need to work out. Actually, there is something that I need to overcome. Actually, there is something I need to release from previous relationships or from past experiences before I can move forward with a relationship with somebody else. Okay, and that is really what this time is about with the Hermit energy. It's like, I think you might have been in separation. I feel it for some time, maybe 3 months. Doesn't matter when you watch this video. Maybe 3 months you've been separated from your partner or the person that you were in love with or whatever. And it's because of this energy. It's because that both of you need to release something, and you need to actually go within and understand what these 3 of Cups are. What are you carrying around, either you or the other person? What are you carrying around that actually is distracting you from looking at the benefits and looking at the beauty of this connection, or of the beauty of a love connection, the type of connection that you want? I've just been drawn to look at the time, actually. This is a time 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 is steps, it's movement, it's progress. Okay, so it's this idea, just like this energy here, the 6 of Wands, we've got this idea of victory and movement, energy and movement. It's this idea of moving on, moving through this. Okay, so I feel like that is something that you will be able to overcome, you and the person you're thinking about or whatever. You know, you'll be able to overcome this 5 of Cups energy and release it. And I feel like you're coming back together. Now, look at these 2 cards in the centre. We've got the King of Wands, okay, first of all, and then we've got the Magician energy. So the King of Wands is as I said, a fire sign, okay? The King of Wands is excuse me, wand energy is related to our 2nd chakra, which is our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is all about our motivations, our passions, our creativity, our imaginations, the things that we're the things that we're fired up about, the things that we want to go toward, the things that we want to move towards. And the other thing about the sacral chakra is I spent a good few weeks meditating on just that chakra a few years ago, and I actually coined the term torture chamber, because the thing about the 2nd chakra is that, yes, it has all this inspiration and passion. We hold that in that area, if you will, in our 2nd chakra, but also what we hold there are these events, these traumas, these slights to our self-esteem, the letdowns, the hurt, these things that tend to hold us back, the things that we're fearful of repeating because it was so painful in the first place. So our sacral chakra is something we're passionate about it, but that's why it can be scary to jump into a relationship or to let ourselves be vulnerable with people, because we're carrying this inside. And this is really what it feels like. It feels like you met this person, or you were together, you've been together, whatever it is specifically for you guys, and it was intense, and it was scary, and it was fear, and you were both afraid, and instead of moving toward each other, you actually moved away from each other, you actually separated from each other, you actually parted ways. But the thing is, in that time, you or both of you have been doing this, going through this energy of hermit. Okay, the hermit's related to Virgo, and it's an earth energy, and it's earth, and all the earth energies are healing, physically healing as well, karmically healing. And when we journey within ourselves with the hermit energy, we're actively looking for, trying to uncover what each of these cups are. We're trying to uncover what we are holding on to and what we need to release with this energy. And it seems like you or both of you are doing that. The King of Wands is a king as opposed to a queen. So a king is active. A king moves in a direction toward the things that they are passionate about. Okay, a queen is about the inert understanding of a situation, etc. Okay, what we inherently understand if we quiet our minds, what we inherently know, we feel, etc. So that's the difference between the active kings and the passive queens or passive feminine energies, okay, in the tarot. So this instance, it seems like the King of Wands is ready to move, or wanting to take action on the things that this person's passionate about, and on the things that you or he or whatever are being held back on. You want to understand what these things are. It's important that this person is wanting to move toward this energy, wanting to, do you know what, I need to get over it. I need to start thinking about what it is. I need to start releasing it. I need to stop beating myself up about it. I need to find out what I'm carrying, okay? And it's as if once this person can do that, once you or they can do that, there is movement, because we've got the Magician energy next. The Magician energy is a number 1, so it's about new beginnings, isn't it? And the Magician energy is ultimately, very simply defined as the divine will to create. This is really, being inspired to move in a direction, being inspired to try to create and manifest something that you want in your life. And in this instance, it seems like you or them or both of you are wanting this, are wanting love, or thinking fondly about the relationship, wanting success overall, wanting this outcome of success in love. And it seems like you or them or both of you, I keep saying that, are really taking action, really moving in a direction to try to bring about, first of all, this understanding, first of all, this release, first of all, this understanding and release, and then it's about this success, gaining the success in love. So for those of you that have chosen number 1, this is really an indication that yes, success is coming. Yes, success is coming for you in love, for you and this other person in love. If you're completely single, then this is your journey. This is you on a journey trying to become successful in love. But the way that we do that is by applying this hermit energy, the diligence of Virgo, the focus of Virgo, the no stone left unturned of Virgo's energy, of trying to uncover what it is that you're holding on to that needs to be released. Once you're able to do that and see that, and you feel and you look ready, you look able, you look as if that is what you want to do, you're motivated to move in that direction, you're motivated to understand what you need to release, and you are taking action. Active king, you're taking action on it. You're also inspired to manifest the type of relationship that you want, the type of relationship that you think or feel would be appropriate for you, that you dream of. This is that energy. So in order to gain the success of the Six of Wands, which is definitely possible for you, number 1s, it's about this inner work, this understanding within. So success is coming with action and with a recognition that things need to be released and let go of, okay? So number ones, I hope that was a good reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, please, my darlings. And what was I going to say? That's it. That's everything. So yeah, I hope you like the reading. I hope it makes sense to you. Obviously, watch it back if you need to, or watch the other videos as well on this channel. On this video. I've also uploaded, I might link it at the end of the video, a video called Karma, Why We Meditate and the Benefits of Mindfulness. Okay, so you can definitely check that out if you need to. And obviously don't forget to like, subscribe and share and comment on this video, so whenever you watch it we know how it's resonating with you. Okay, my number ones, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye. Hello, number twos. Okay, number two. So let's have a look at your reading. In this reading, we are answering the question, what can I expect in love? Okay, and it seems like these are your answers. So if you weren't there with the shuffling, this one came out first and this one came out second. So let's have a look at the energies. Now I read intuitively, so it's much nicer for me to just keep the cards face down so I'm not distracted. And I forgot to do this in my last reading, so but it's just easier for me to read this way so I'm not distracted. Okay, let's have a look. I'm drawn to this card first of all. This is the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is a beautiful energy, obviously, especially in a love reading. The Queen of Cups is related to water, so the element of water, so the signs of Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. The Queen of Cups is, this might be you in your element, okay, but with feelings of love. The queens, unlike the kings, are passive. The queens are about understanding inherently what you're in this respect, cups, what you're feeling. So this is maybe experiencing feelings of love, ultimately. So let's have a look at what this card is, shall we? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. I wonder what has been going on with you, number twos. Clearly, or seemingly, or maybe, there is obviously there's a change coming in your love life. You can expect a change in your love life. You can expect to change how you are feeling and what you are experiencing when it comes to love. This may be some form of, you know, with regard to an ex-partner or someone that you've fallen out with or someone, whatever. It seems to be like someone's coming back around, some things coming back around. Obviously feelings are coming back around. Let's have a look at these cards. This seems to be your outcome. So there seems to be changes moving on. What can you expect in love? You can expect change, and you can expect to experience feelings of love. Now let's start looking at these cards that are clarifying these energies. I want to come to these two in the middle first of all. We've got the Queen of Swords. This is her energy. This is linked to the signs of Aquarius, Libra. Is it Libra? No. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah. Queen of Swords. And remember what I said about the queens. It's about the recognition of what is within, what you're experiencing, in this case mentally, in this case in your mental processes. The sword energy is all about our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our consciousness, our communication, our perspective, you know, what we think, you know, who we are, who we think we are, what we think about other people. And this is about really being open and being honest about those things with yourself, you know, recognizing those things, coming into realizations with the Queen of Swords. It's as if, doesn't matter male or female, the only difference with the queens and the kings is the activity of that. The queens are about, as I said, coming into these realizations, understanding what you already inherently, what is beneath the surface, but you've just not actually looked at before. Queens, the males are active. They're about, I know my truth. I'm now going to go speak it. I'm now going to go tell people. I'm now going to have that conversation. I'm now going to communicate it. That's the difference between the active kings and the passive queens. So the queens are passive in that way. So it looks like, as I said, there seems to be a change coming in anyway, and there seems to be something that's moving, some movement in this relationship. I want to come to this card as well. Do you know what? I'm gonna Page of Swords. So this is, this is active though. Now we call this, you will have heard this card being referred to as the Stalker card, and the reason we refer to it as the Stalker card is because of the diligence of this energy. The Page of Swords is an energy all about finding out, looking at the details, trying to negotiate with people, trying to have those conversations, trying to win people round, almost trying to I've said in the past with this energy, having conversations with, your friends to try to find out what you like, or if you're ready to take them back or whatever. It's that type of energy. A good negotiator. I always say that one as well. This is what the energy of the Page of Swords is. So there seems to be, again, movement. It may be that things were static in a relationship, or in your relationship there could have been some stasis in a connection that you have, or that you've shared with somebody. There could have been some stasis, and actually there's movement and change going on here. There's action either from you or from the other person. If you're single, if you're completely single, this is you looking, understanding that you want to be in a relationship, understanding, how to go about it, or trying to find out how to go about it, doing your research online, joining those dating websites, I don't know, Match.com or whatever people join nowadays. This is you looking for, a way to date, or looking for somebody to date, or this might literally be you on one of Tinder or Match, whatever, realising, do you know what, I know that I've been single for a while, and it's time for me to get over that singledom now. I want to get out there and start dating. I'm feeling like I'm ready. So it can be one of two things. Let's come to, which one do I want to come to next? I feel like I want to come to this one. So let's come to it, Death. So that's good. So we've got a transformation coming. So yeah, I mean, we've said we've got change here with this card. There's a transformation coming in your love life. So, you have been either, single. It feels like a reading for single people, or for people that have been in separation, or for people that have been, not on good terms, shall we say, with your partner or whatever. It seems to be that type of reading to me, for number 2. So I feel like, excuse me. So I feel like there's an end to that situation coming. The only thing with Death is it's not a fast process. So when we see this card, whenever you're watching this video, when you see this card, you've already been going through this energy of death. The transformations, the internal transformations, they've happened beneath the surface with our emotions, with our consciousness, with our perspective, and then they percolate to the top. They come to the top, they rise to our consciousness, and it's that rising to our consciousness that actually turns the wheel. It actually brings about changes that are manifested in this world. We can really see, okay, I'm not behaving the way that I used to behave in relationships. I'm not accepting the things that I used to accept. I don't think or feel about myself the same way as I did previously. That is coming through for you now. These realizations and transformations are coming through for you now. The Death card is also linked to Scorpio. It's Scorpio's energy as well. And again, Scorpio is a water sign, and it is about, it's about our emotions, that are deeply held emotions, deeply held beliefs, things that we don't ever question about ourselves, but those things being, as I said, transformed. And this is a process that's been ongoing for you. Okay, let's have a look at this card, which clarified it. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. The Seven of Pentacles is this energy of futility. That's how I sort of refer to it, and I call it that because it's like, all the number 7s are about our understanding the mysteries of something, understanding, who we really are, and what we really want, and how we really feel, and what that's what number 7s are about. who is me? Like, what is authentic to me? You know, these actions that I'm taking, is it really what I truly want to do? Why am I doing them, etc., etc.? That's the energy of the number sevens. They're a challenge that we go through in order to uncover and discover who we are, and in order also to release the things that we don't need. Now, this actually seems like the pentacle energy is manifesting energy. It's practical energy. It's things that we see in the world. It's things that we put our energy and effort into creating, into having, into seeing. Now, this is us doing that and not feeling satisfied. This is us putting energy into something and not feeling satisfied, into something practical, maybe into a relationship, okay? You're putting all this energy into a relationship, trying to make this relationship work. But really deep down in Scorpio, in those emotions, you realise that this is not, it's not working, it's not right. You're starting to come into realisations. You're starting to realise that there's something that is not working. No matter how hard you're trying, no matter how hard you're working, you're not getting the respect or the love or the balance or the relationship or the feeling that you want. You're not getting it, or you haven't been getting it. You haven't been getting it. I mean, remember, we've got this Wheel of Fortune, so it could be suggesting that this is going to change, that, you know, these feelings of futility, Queen of Cups, these feelings of futility are going to change, and actually you are going to be in the relationship that you want to be in. You're going to have that relationship, or it means that you leave that relationship, you cut out that relationship. For those of us that are single, it's about where are you putting your, it's not about where you're putting your energy. Think about why you're putting your energy into the areas that you're putting them into. You know, are you trying to cling on to something that is not really truthfully who you are? It's not what you want. Are you trying to cling on to something? Are you trying to go after a marriage, for example, you know, not because you want to get married, just because you think you should get married because you're 35 or whatever? Do you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. So there's something that you've got to release and let go of, and clearly you do, and clearly you become in tune and in vibing with your own sort of emotional processes and your own mental processes as well. Now let's look at this last card. I mean, we've got, thank God for that, we've got the star we've got the star card. So this is linked to Aquarius, actually. So there's a lot of, I'll talk about the signs in a second. This is linked to Aquarius, and the star card is card number 17. Okay, now remember what I said about number 7 already. So we've got number 1, which is about new beginnings. It's about, you know, new opportunities, initiating new starts, you know, going after those things that you want, trying to manifest something new. And the number 7 is all the things that I told you about already. So number 7 is all about that idea of authenticity, understanding who I am, understanding the mysteries of my life, and why I'm where I am, and why I'm putting the energy into the things that I'm putting into, and what I need to release. So with the star card, with the 1 and the 7, it's saying that is what you need to start doing. You need to start to recognize. You need to start to recognize sorry, but you need to start to recognize what changes need to come in. You need to start to engage fully with your emotions and your mental processes as well, and be truthful with yourself. You know, you want to change the relationship that you're in, or your relationship status, or whatever. You want to change your love situation, but this is, and you can, and you're going through a process that is helping you to do that. But there's this energy that's necessary for you to sort of embrace, you know, this energy of the Page of Swords, this energy of finding out, this energy of digging deep, this energy of understanding, working it out, having those conversations, and, you know, really releasing things. But this process that you're going through when it comes to love is very healing, you know, because, you know, ultimately 1 plus 7, 17, equals 8, okay? And 8 is about karmic cycles. 8 is about going through experiences that help us to become, that help to reveal ourselves to ourselves, that help to us to be naked and vulnerable in front of ourselves, you know. So we, and then that makes it comfortable to be in that way, not necessarily naked, but you know, we're all adults, hopefully, to be naked and comfortable, you know, with somebody else, okay? I meant emotionally vulnerable, but you know what I'm saying. So really, there's a change that needs to come through for you. There's the there's things that you need to release, similar actually to number 1. actually in some ways this reading is similar to number one's, but they are, in fact, watch it if you want to watch it, but this is really about that change is coming in. So, and it's also about situations arising, circumstances arising that really make you engage with your real feelings and emotions. So the outcome is really, really positive with the Queen of Cups. You might be focusing on yourself as opposed to other people. Number two, you might be focusing on yourself, and that's potentially just what you need. That's just what you need right now. Whenever you're watching this video, you need to focus on yourself. You need to be self-aware, because this is the thing this is what this cycle that you're currently in is teaching you. It's teaching you to be self-aware, and the energy you put into becoming self-aware and to accepting what you find when you've become self-aware is what leads to this, is what transmutes the energy, is what changes the energy, and what turns that wheel for you. Okay, so my number twos, I hope, my darlings, that you enjoyed that reading. It's funny because I wasn't going to do any readings today. I was just going to chill, and then I was like, oh, do you know what, I felt inspired to do this. And my readings, really, we talk about predictions as tarot readers, but really my readings are ultimately about you, about what you do, about what you're going to do, and I'm really trying to help you through those cycles. So I really hope that the energies that have come up here, that they resonate with you, but that you take it as an opportunity to really, as I said, start to engage with what you are experiencing mentally, what you are experiencing emotionally, okay? Because that's the thing, those engagements, those realizations, those are the things that actually lead to change, that actually lead to growth, that actually lead to movement, and that actually lead to the relationships that we all want. Okay, so my number twos, thank you so much for being here. I will see you all soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye. Hello, number threes. Okay, thank you for being here. I hope you're all excited. So number threes, what can I expect in love? Now, it's looking like these are the outcome cards. So in the other readings, but they might not be in yours, but we'll have a look. So what can I expect in love? These two can answer our questions, and then we'll use these to clarify. We'll use these to clarify. Okay, so let us have a look, my darlings. Okay, so what can I expect in love? I want to come to this card first of all. Seven of Cups. Oh, Seven of Cups. Well, Seven of Cups is confusion, really, isn't it? This is basically Mercury retrograde. Now, I know what it says in the books about Mercury retrograde, but I tell you, this is what Mercury retrograde feels to me. People say, oh, your communications might not work, internet might break down, blah, blah, blah. No, for me, when I meditate on the energy, when I'm experiencing, connecting very strongly with Mercury retrograde, this is what it feels like. And it's like you just forget stuff. It's like your head goes, you're confused, you can't move because you can't see. You can't make a decision because you've got no idea where you are. it leaves you feeling a little bit like a poet in the storm. The Seven of Cups, it can be very confusing. So there's some confusion seemingly coming through for you when it comes to love, and maybe that's we'll see in a minute, won't we? Maybe that's because of intense feelings of love, or we don't know. Let's have a look. If this is a tower now, I'm scared. No, I'm joking. Ooh, the Emperor. So the Emperor is related to, I want to say, Aries. Is it related to Aries? I think it is, isn't it? And I get this often, actually. This is the external, and this is the internal. So some of you could be, number threes, you could be in a situation, I'm feeling the vibe that you're in a situation, you're here now because you've met somebody, you like this person, they're a great person, they're confident, they're lovely, and they're basically everything that you would want in a partner, everything you've been looking for in a partner, and you see that person like this as the Emperor, as strong, as beautiful and perfect and capable and confident. that's how you see this person. And beneath the surface of that person is the Seven of Cups. It's like beneath the surface of that person, it's not that there's this confusion, this mind fog, okay, this uncertainty, this lack of clarity. Now the thing is, it's quite an emotional. There's a very strong pull towards you. There's a very strong pull between the two of you. It's almost combustible. It's like fire. It's like passion. It's beautiful energy. But this is actually this is not what this person's used to. This person's used to have all feet on the ground. And this could be you. You could, when I'm given these descriptions, you could recognize this as yourself. And as I said, experiencing both these energies. And this is what this person's not used to. That remember the Emperor's number 4, so the Emperor is about solidity and stability and confidence, and the reason the Emperor is stable and confident is because the Emperor has done this inner work already. The Emperor understands who the Emperor is, understands what the Emperor wants. And I think I feel like this person's had, it feels like I'm speaking to one person right now. This person's had one serious relationship in their past. And it was a long-term relationship, 6 years, 7 years, whatever. And this person, it didn't work out. The relationship ended. The relationship's over. And this person spent then the last 3 years, 4 years being single, loving that time in the singledom. I feel like it's a man. But anyway, loving that time in the singledom, but understanding about themselves, learning about themselves, building up their business or, their career, feeling in a really good place, and then feeling like, what, I'm ready to start dating again, I'm ready to get out there again. And then they meet you and they're like, whoa. They're like, whoa, man, what's this? What's going on? Like, this is like really like strange. Like, I thought I was like, ready. I thought it was strong. And they are ready. But they're just, there's so much passion here. There's no wand energies yet. So you're thinking, why am I picking up on the passion? Oh, yeah. It's combustible. I keep doing that because that's what I'm getting. It's like, okay, let's move on then. Let's have a look at some of these other energies, okay? So we've got these 2 cards first of all. Hilarious. I mean, this is really what's going on. The Fool is obviously 0, so it's the opportunity of a new beginning. It's either 0 or 20, I want to say 23 or 24, which is the last card in the major arcana. That it's interesting that why they did. I won't bore you with the history lesson of the tarot, but they didn't like it in the back in the day that the Fool was the Fool came before the Magician or the King or the Emperor. So in some decks he's the last card, but even though he's the first. Anyway, okay, so sorry for the lesson. I can't get the teaching out. It's 10 years I was a teacher, babe. What can I do? Sorry. The Fool card. So this is like a new beginning. This is like feeling inspired to move in a new direction and not really knowing the outcome of that new direction, but just knowing that this is what I've got to do. I feel like I need to, I just want to be with this person. I want to go for it. I want to start. I want to see what happens. This is that energy. This is like, let's go for it. I'm going to start. I'm a bit uncertain. I'm a bit scared, but I really want to move. I really want to be in this relationship. But look what they get. As I said, it's the same thing. So it looks like the two of you are potentially experiencing very similar emotions. And I think it is just because it's like, as I said, it's brand new, it's exciting. There's a real connection, a real passion that you and they haven't felt before. And really it's a knowing, it's an understanding that you have. You can feel it. You can feel it within you, both of you. And it's quiet. And it's there's no games, there's none of that stuff. But that's why it's so confusing, because you're like, oh my God, like how did I used to date people? Like how many days do I leave it before I text back? Like you can't remember, like you don't know, like you don't care, like, how am I flirting well, or what am I doing? That's what I mean, Mercury retrograde, that's the 7 of Cups. You're like, like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, I want to like play hard to get, but I just want to speak to him all the time. I just want to see him all the time. That is what you are both experiencing. So you're feeling that, they're feeling that. That's what you're both experiencing. And it makes me laugh because this is so funny when you get to that point where you're like, hold on a minute, am I meant to text back straight away? Like, am I meant to make him wait for it? I don't want to make him, like, I can't remember what I used to do. How did I used to do this dating thing? That is it. I'm laughing now because you're laughing because you get it. Because that's the energy of the Seven of Cups. And this new, but both of you want to move in this direction. Both of you are experiencing the same thing, the same emotions, the same feelings, the same passion, you know, but it's like, you're going for it. You're going to go, well, we'll see what these cards are saying, but you're going to go for it. I feel like you're going to go for it. There's too much soulmate. Do you know what video you need to watch? You need to watch, before I move on, my video, which is called Karma, Why We Meditate and the Benefits of Mindfulness. I'll link it at the end. And that video is about unlocking karma. It's about understanding why, if we feel like this, like 1 + 1, so I've got really intense, beautiful emotions for this, attraction to this person. This person's got really intense, beautiful attractions toward me, but we don't, how do we make it come together? Because people think that 1 + 1 is 2, and it is in maths, but it isn't in karma, and it isn't in karmic cycles, and it is definitely not in soulmate relationships. There's a huge journey that we go on. This feels like that type of energy, but let's have a look at this card, number 2. Woo! So we've got some real love here. Knight of Cups, this could be, this is like an offer, isn't it? This is like, okay, let's go out. I want to go out on a date with you. Like, oh, you might even be doing the asking. And you never ask people out on a date. That's the influence of the Seven of Cups. What did I used to do? How did I used to play this? Like, that's that energy. Seeing him on a Wednesday night. I never seen him on a Wednesday night, but I'm going to ask him out, or I'm going to ask her out on a Wednesday night, because you just... It's like, what am I doing with the Seven of Cups? I love it, mate, making me laugh. But that's what this is. This is feelings of love. This is dreams of love. This is wanting, wanting that. This is wanting love and beautiful things, and that beautiful connection, that beautiful relationship. This is wanting that. This is not only wanting that, but with the knights are active, knights move. So knights are he's going in that, he, she, doesn't matter. The masculine aspect represents the action, the activity. The knight moves in a direction, moves toward wanting to give this cup, or share these feelings, or share how they feel about you, or how you feel about them. So we've got lots of cups, haven't we? We've got cups, so it could be excuse me, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm pretty sure Emperor is Aries. I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, and I can't remember about the Fool. I think the Fool is actually related to one of the planets, actually. Anyway, I can't remember off the top of my head. So this is like moving in that direction, wanting love. So let's have a look at this card. And remember, when I don't know if you weren't there, this was at the bottom of the deck, and when I shuffled them, if you weren't there at the shuffling start. So, ultimately, this is what we're all expecting and experiencing, this idea of new love, or new emotional beginnings anyway. The other two readings are a lot more about change, changing in situations. I'm going through, the emotional work in order to uncover and release. This reading seems to be, more about an actual situation that's actually here, you're actually living in, when it comes to how you're interacting with another person that you have feelings for, and that has feelings for you. Okay, let's look at this one together, shall we? I hope it's good. If it's a Tower, it's good, I promise. Ooh, World card. Okay, so look at this, the World card. So it is a new beginning. Look, we go 21, 22, 22. So this is a 4. This is 20. Sorry. The World card is the last card in the major arcana, and then the Fool card is number 1, or 0, if you will. So it comes in that order. So that's why it used to be in the... I'm glad I explained it to you now. Hello, Tiny. Oh, Tiny's come. So if Tiny comes, hello, Mushkin. Hello, baby. So if Tiny comes, then it's good. We know it's good, don't we, Tiny? Yeah? Okay. Have you said hello now, mate, baby? Can I put you down? You sit here, okay? And I'll talk about these cards. So this is why when I was saying to you about... Oh, you sit there, chicken. Good boy. This is why when I was talking to you at the beginning, I explained about this card, didn't I? So sometimes in some decks, the full card is number 22, and I couldn't remember the number. So 22 is number 4, and the Emperor is also number 4. 4s are about our stability, our foundations, okay, our security, the structures in our lives that we live with and live by. And this is about obviously having a new structure, a new foundation, having a new beginning, as we said. And as is this, okay, this is about being in that new place. This is about experiencing new experiences, having new experiences. I mean, I could go on a little bit about this card. The World card, let me just give you sort of an example of energetically what it's like, okay? So we go through the Emperor does, we go through our baptism, really, of the things that we need to release, the old things, the old way of being, and then we release those through with the death energy, and then we get the World card. And the World card is like landing on a new planet. It's like us going to Mars, and you'll be fine on Mars. It's just that right now you've just got there, you've just got to Mars, so you're kind of like not sure about well, am I gonna have the right clothes, like am I gonna have enough food, like how am I going to find food, how am I going to get shelter, like am I going to be able to manage it, is it going to be, even though you've made it all the way to Mars, I mean, what a journey that was, you got there, amazing, but now you're like, oh God, like am I going to be able to do this, like am I going to be able to sustain this life, am I going to be able to, well, ultimately the answer is yes, because we've got the Emperor. This is your card, your first card out, isn't it? So what you can expect in love is to boss it, yeah, is to be able to exist and live on this new world and thrive on it. It's just that it can be quite shocking in a way to experience such a new way of living, such a new way of existing. But you've done the work. Both of you have done the work. You and this other person have done the work. The person that you're thinking of, you've both done that work, and you're both ready to go for it. And I think you should. I think that the beauty of the, I mean, I'm learning to love the Seven of Cups. I've also done a video about the number 7, so check that out. It's on Key Wisdom Tarot, so you can check it out. And as well, actually, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you'll have seen the post about the number 7. So you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and Facebook, and you can read, if you don't want to watch a video, read a little bit about the number 7s. But I'm learning to love the 7 of Cups, actually, because that sort of confusion is good. Not being able to remember how we used to respond in relationships is good, because we change. That's what life's about. When people say I'm the same person now I was 20 years ago, well done you. You're like the only thing in the entire universe that stayed the same, because everything else around you forever is constantly changing. You are constantly changing every single moment of every single day. You are constantly growing. We all are. That is natural. So it's good when we forget the things that we used to do, when we forget, oh, how did I used to be in relationships? How did I used to treat people? Oh, I didn't used to make, used to make him dinner, so I'm not going to make my new person dinner. Whatever it is for you. Forgetting that. You don't need that. When you have that type of energy between you, like you two seem to have, the other stuff goes out the window, thank God. We can throw it away with the 7 of Cups almost. We can't access it anymore. And we can, as I said, you can be confident. You can be confident with the Emperor that, you're getting a new start, you're getting a new beginning. And not only that, you're able to acclimatise, and you're able to manage to live on this place, and to live in this new world, to live in this new relationship, to exist in this new status quo. You okay, Tiny? You tired? Tiny wants his walk. You want your mushkin and your dinner? I know. You're able to acclimatise, and you're able to thrive on this new planet that you're experiencing, that you and your new boo, your new squeeze, are experiencing. Okay, so my darlings, oh look, Tiny, we finished now, Tiny. So my darlings, if you like this, you can. Oh, your bi-weekly general readings actually are available so on my channel. So just check those out now. Well, every time you watch this, there'll be other content. So I do individual readings for each sign. So just check those out on my channel. Obviously you can like, subscribe, share, and comment. And and please do, actually, because as I said, whenever you're watching this reading, it'd be interesting to see if it resonates with you. And keep checking back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel. And I do obviously lots of readings and lots of posts. So please keep checking back, or subscribe and click the bell below so you can get notifications of all the new content that I put out there. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Aren't we happy for them for being here, Tiny? Yeah. We're happy, aren't we, that they came? Yeah. Okay, we say bye-bye now, won't we? Thank you for being here. Take care, my lovelies. Bye.